All right, we're back. We're gonna brush that on off the shoulder and continue on. We've got Erin Elmore with us, a Trump supporter and former contestant on The Apprentice. Zerlina Maxwell used to serve as the director of progressive media for Hillary Clinton's campaign. Ladies, thanks for the patience as we iron out some of those technical kinks. But Erin, where was I? We're talking about this, all-male 13-senator panel. And yes, you were listening to Phil Mattingly saying some women are certainly coming into the room. They're making sure their voices are heard. But why do you think it's taking this White House or the Senate so long to address the optics issues?
Not long at all. I actually don't think this is about identity politics at all. It's more about statistics. Obamacare is failing in 1 out of 3 counties in the United States. If you look at Knoxville, Tennessee,
Let me just stop you right there. Hang on. You can give me statistics on Obamacare if you want, but to me this is just about women having a voice when it comes to health care in this country.
Absolutely.
Why do you think it's taking so long for them to get some women on this panel?
I don't think it's taking that long at all. I think they're working on it, and it's been addressed, and we're moving forward in a positive direction. And I think women should absolutely, unequivocally, 100% be a part of the process. As I was saying about Knoxville, Tennessee, they have no Obamacare left. 4 to 5 days. I'm not sitting on Capitol Hill. That's what your reporter should have addressed. But what I'm telling you is Obamacare is absolutely imploding. It is not working. It is a failing system. Premiums are skyrocketing and through the roof. And what we need to do is just come together, and all they're trying to do is achieve a common objective. That's their job, and that's what they're proceeding to do.
You're totally changing the topic.
It's way far less about identity politics.
You're totally changing the topic. Erin,
we're not talking about Obamacare?
This is about maternity care. This is about, breastfeeding and rape treatment.
Sure. I'm a mother. And absolutely, you're so right. And all of these 13 gentlemen on this committee right now, they are all elected officials. They weren't just elected by men. They are speaking on behalf of women who have issues like breastfeeding and childcare and mothering. So I think that they are here on behalf of their constituents, and if the constituents don't like it, then they can vote for someone else.
May I speak? It's my show.
Absolutely.
Why is it taking backlash for us to put these graphics up of these panels since Friday afternoon for them to take note and finally address the optics? I have an issue with that.
I do too. From what I understand, that wasn't the issue, though. We're making it about something that it's not, because every conversation I've seen with all of those 13 individuals say that this is not a closed-door conversation. Anyone that wants to be part of the process can be.
You're correct. They have been. Some of the women have been allowed in. Zerlina, do you see it as an issue?
I do see it as an issue because representation is important. Having a diverse set of perspectives in the actual room, making the decisions about what are really serious policy issues, right? Health is something that is universal. It's really important to make sure that you have women in the room who understand what maternity care means and what issues in terms of essential health care benefits go directly to women. One of the aspects of Obamacare that has been largely successful, I would disagree, that is imploding. Premiums were skyrocketing before Obamacare was implemented, but in terms of those preventative health care benefits, there are a number of different essential health care benefits that go directly to women, that are directly impacting women, millions of American women who would go and seek out services at places like Planned Parenthood in the alternative if they weren't included in the Obamacare bill.
Okay, let's move off of that because I really would love both of your 2 cents on this Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel, he's back on TV. He's trying to hit back at his critics after he made that emotional appeal, talked about his child, talked about health care in this country. His newborn son had to undergo open heart surgery. So here is Jimmy Kimmel from last night.
And I would like to apologize for saying that children in America should have health care. It was insensitive. It was offensive, and I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. There's some very sick and sad people out there. Here's one of them. His name is Newt Gingrich. He's the former Speaker of the House.
If you show up at a hospital with a brand new baby and the brand new baby has a heart problem, the doctors of that hospital do everything they can to save the baby. They don't say, we'll take care of the baby right after you write a check. They try to save the baby's life. And that's true across the board in this country.
Yes, it is true that if you have an emergency, they will do an operation, and that's terrific if your baby's health problems are all solved during that one visit. The only problem is that never, ever happens. We've had a dozen doctor's appointments since our son had surgery. You've got a cardiologist, a pediatrician, surgeon. Some kids need an ambulance to transport them. That doesn't even count the parents who have to miss work for all this stuff. Those details Newt forgot to mention. I don't know if the double layers of Spanx are restricting the blood flow to his brain.
So, Erin, you are one of the critics that Kimmel is addressing here. You've come after him.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a limousine liberal, two-time college dropout that's losing in the ratings. So I don't really think he's got any credibility. Moreover, speaking of another statistic, he's saying that children don't deserve health insurance. They don't have it right now. 19.5 million Americans are uninsured. Premiums are absolutely through the roof. Like I was saying, in Iowa,
Medicaid's
too? I mean, I don't see how he can be, because what he's talking about isn't statistically sound or accurate. Have you seen The Man Show? Someone that's criticizing Newt Gingrich and Spanx shouldn't be having girls in slow motion jumping up and down on a trampoline for entertainment. So he's not exactly the voice of someone that I respect or appreciate, or isn't necessarily misogynist himself. So he's like really towing a slippery slope here.
Okay, Zerlina, how do you see it?
I think that Jimmy Kimmel was talking from a personal perspective, which is why the original clip went viral, because in terms of healthcare, that's something that we all have to deal with. We all have family members who may avoid going to the doctor for the fear that there will be exorbitant costs that they won't be able to afford. And so, yes, people are dying because they do not have access to affordable health care. That was true before Obamacare. That will be even more true if Trump care gets to the Senate. And I think Americans, rightly so, about 100 million or so will be impacted by the bill in its current form. And that should be concerning to all Americans, because health care is something that I think we can all agree on, as Jimmy Kimmel said in his original segment, is something that is a right. A baby should not be able to have no access to the care it needs because their family can't afford it.
Okay, appreciate both of yous, Aaron and Zerlina. Ladies, thank you.